just says we should say thank you.
Yeah. But you still didn't.
Yes, you are. Now stop squirming. I hate you. You killed all the goblins, and now we can't practice swords anymore.
Priorities. I mean, like, you would still practice swords.
You do good work. If you can handle more than goblins, might be I'll have use of you in Baldur's Gate.
I'm looking to trade.
Always a deal to be done, even now.
This is my first time talking to her because I couldn't get in the dumb cave. Roaring Thunder. I actually saw someone do a very good job with those. That they're actually very useful. A lemon. A toy block. And another toy block. Okay, so just have to come up with $60. Head of a broken spear. You know, I never figured out how to use that thing down in the basement. I never figured out how to get onto the other side of the wall, either. Oh, I'm already there. Okay. There you go.
Try
Take
not
my
to die
trash.
up there.
Why do you, half of your
Right.
face, like your lip,
All of our taking stashed away
is
for
like
the journey?
scarred.
Yes, Mum? Check twice myself. But to be sure, we need every last copper piece to get started in Baldur's Gate.
I wonder if I can come back and take all this stuff when they leave.
The more weapons we have on show, the less likely anyone will give us trouble. I'm glad you came through it alive. We owe you more than we can repay.
Can I get through, please?
This individual doesn't seem particularly fond of you. Perhaps a gift would improve their sentiment. Now's your chance to offer.
I'm gonna have to freaking bribe everyone. Because I did a little mind reading. Will you accept this? Yes. You will be pleased. Ooh, a carrot. I don't need food though. Yeah. Are we good now?
This individual doesn't seem particularly. Your offer
Okay,
appears.
fine. Apparently tongs aren't good enough. Would you like some water? I'm not using it.
You took care of the goblins. Nice work.
The things I do to get like a few lines of dialogue.
I'd have put good coin on you running off into the sunset, but you did it. You stopped the goblins. Thank you.
You've got cool horns.
With the goblins dead, we might actually make it to Baldur's Gate.
Is there anyone else? Oh yeah, I remember. This was where I died.
This individual doesn't seem particularly
Oh my
fond
god.
of you. Perhaps a gift. Now's your chance to offer.
I'm supposed to be charismatic. People are just supposed to like me. Would you like some smoke powder barrels that I'm never ever gonna use? I know I picked up a bunch of them, saying that they could be useful in the future, but I know me. Here, have my trash. You will like it. Now, talk to me.
Watching gods. While I was training children, you were out cutting down an entire goblin camp.
Yeah. And you wouldn't talk to me until I gave you crap.
This individual doesn't seem particularly fond of you.
You might have been the one that killed
Perhaps a
me.
gift. Your offer appears to be.
I don't know. definitely weren't on my side. Here, have a sword. That's expensive. Is it better than what I have? No, it's not. Okay. As long as it's not better.
I expected goblins at our gate any moment. Glad to say that you made a prettier sight.
I wasn't expecting her to... Well, she didn't really call me pretty, just that I was prettier. That's not much of a compliment considering that the other option was goblins.
We're ready to head to your camp. Are you?
Oh, no, I didn't realize that was you. For some reason. I didn't read your name. I just stood there, talking. Not surprising. Did I talk to you?
We made it somehow. Now we just need to get to Baldur's Gate.
You've got red hair too.
Remember, stay near the center of the group,
Vex.
all right? No.
I knew this would come right if we just stayed positive. Not that your blade didn't help too.
Alright. Did I talk to him? I can't even remember.
Thank you, truly. You've given us a chance. We'll make good on it.
I just talked to you.
One sorrow ended, the next soon to begin.
Oh, freaking positive.
Baldur's Gate, we're coming.
Your child is a lot more positive than you are.
We didn't die today. Tomorrow, perhaps, but not today. Thanks to you.
You probably won't like me now, will you?
We couldn't have held them back on our own. Thank you.
Back to worrying about road rations it is. So many mouths to feed, but, well, that's not a bad problem to have. Thank you, truly. Do you need help?
Glad to see some goblin blood spilled for a change.
We're sick of running from those rats.
Before we get to Baldur's Gate.
It was you, right? Who took care of the goblins? I knew you were a good one.
I nearly dispatched those goblins myself, but it seems you managed well enough. And why wield a masterwork where a butcher's blade will do? My thanks, truly.
He is so... cocky. As if he ever actually left the camp. I'm thinking about selling to him, but... I mean, like, the thing is... We, Oh, look at all the stuff I could pick up. Okay, but the thing is, oh, is everything empty? Would make sense. Okay, back to what I was saying. But the thing is with selling my stuff right now, is all these people hate me. And I'm hoping I might have enough stuff in my chest that I could just, like, take out if I need it to give to them. But hopefully before I leave I could actually give them crap. So 1 foot, 2 foot, well met, will meet. 1 foot, 2 feet, well met, will meet. 2 drakes, 1 mink, 1 drought, 2 drinks. 1 bear, 3 bears, come join, drink here. 1 foot, 2 foot, well met, will meet. Yondala and Garl shared twixt them a farl, all covered in butter, and they liked each other. Along came a fly who flew in with a cry to the buttery farl of Yondala and Garl. When Garl took a bite, Yondala shrieked with fright, "Don't eat that, oh my, that's a butterfly." There was an old man named Elmoon who made the best buns in Faerun. The elders did scold him whenever he sold them, saying, "Elm, bring those buns to our room." That last one seemed a little inappropriate. Recruitment poster. Recruitment poster? I saw a recruitment poster somewhere. Okay, there it is. A man and woman stand side by side in armor emblazoned with a red fist surrounded by flames. Find pride and purpose in the flaming fist. Join today and protect Baldur's Gate. Led by Grand Duke Older Raven Guard himself, you'll be tasked with guarding the city streets, protecting its people, and upholding the laws that govern us. Speak to any of our friendly fists throughout the city or visit our headquarters at the Sea Tower of Baldur to find out how you can blaze a new career path today. So all that stuff is still stealing, but this stuff over here, no. What happened to them? What happened to them? What the freaking crap? What is going on? They died? And this guy's dead. I didn't kill them. While shapeshifting or disguising yourself, gain a 1d4 bonus to all checks. Why not? I'll take it. But freaking crap, why? Did someone do an area effect and then killed the freaking... This is where Kill died. There's a backpack. Whole chicken. A torch. What's on top of the crate? I don't think I've read this one. I can't tell because it's just Roman numeral difference. So, Ilmater hears the martyr's cries, takes in the ill and the oppressed. When one to help the others dies, then by Ilmater, they are blessed. Jurgle, or so it's often said, once gave away his bony throne. For Kelemvor he tracks the dead, makes sure that dead souls do not roam. Kelemvor, Lord of the Dead, will take your hand when death arrives. Make sure souls are correctly led to all their proper afterlives. Oh, that's it. So Jurgle tracks him down, and Kelemvor leads them to their afterlife. So they're kind of like a pair. Oh, I'm a bookworm. That's a first. The Annals of Baldur's Gate. Can't remember if I read that. Preface. Centuries ago, a young man sailed from the village of Grey Harbor. Where he went, what he saw, and the deeds he accomplished are simple legends today. But the wealth he returned with years later is a hard fact. Baldur made Grey Harbor rich. His gold-built docks, funded businesses, and raised strong walls to protect it all. One of the gates into this flourishing city was named in his honor, but so great was the wealth that flowed through it that the name of the gate became more famous than the village that started it all. The name Grey Harbor has been relegated to dusty history books and ancient maps, but Baldur's Gate, that name is on the lips of every traveler in Faerun. Okay. Is this lady still in here? No. So I can actually start stealing everything. Sold coins, a treatise. The research was funded independently and conducted at a site in Avernus. The first plane of the Nine Hells, Candlekeep, does not encourage or promote the entrapment of mortal souls. Soul coins as a concept are one of the merciless simplicity, the sum of personal and magical essence. The soul is bound into a minted piece of infernal iron and used as currency by devils and their cohort. They are frequently traded for their value, can purchase mercenaries, magical items, and even fuel the strange machines in the hells. However, there is a fascinating culture surrounding soul coins as well. I spoke to a devil who admitted she has one coin that she will never sell. I feel like I read that. Yeah, I did. That I did. Okay. That first part didn't sound familiar, but the other part did. We're just taking everything. Druid's Ledger. If I can look at it. Supply log is scrawled and underlined on the inside cover. The dirt-stained pages that follow track the storage and use of food and medical supplies. A flurry of entries near the end suggests that the reserves are nearly depleted. So, they were running out of supplies, assumingly because of the tieflings. Oh, you're still down here. I'm waiting to become over-encumbered again.
How delicious.
We're just gonna use him.
Easy.
No, we don't need bardic inspiration. Take that back. Oh, fudge, how long this list is. Okay. Yeah, see, we didn't even need guidance. It's low and he has all the freaking pluses. Note from a soothsayer. Each chapter of this book details a unique case study in the soothsayer Geraldine Haverlow's illustrious career. Its 23rd chapter is conspicuously dog-eared. Chapter 23, The Frightened Noble and the Ochre Omen. Hereunder I have transcribed a conversation between myself and a young nobleman of my lifelong acquaintance. This sounds familiar. Typically he came to me for guidance in matters of love and fortune, but his visit to me on one particular occasion stands out particularly in my mind. Himself, Madam, please, what I say to you is true. Myself, perhaps you'd be so kind as to repeat it for the record. See... Yeah, I've read this. Then the sensible living thing. Yeah, Zariel was a celestial. Okay. Inns and guest house. With the dust of their journey still clinging to boot and cloak, the canny traveler will no doubt seek to secure accommodation within the city. Post haste, below are some establishments that are typical of what the city has to offer. The blade and stars, easily identified by its sign, a wooden shield boasting a curved blade against a field of stars. A handwritten scroll at the margins notes that the sign is currently not in place. That doesn't make it easy to find. This inn is comfortable, quiet, and highly recommended for travelers seeking to recuperate from their journey. Expect unassuming fare at a reasonable price, moderately clean rooms, moderately clean, and passable clean patrons. Lovely. The Blushing Mermaid. For those seeking an altogether rowdier night in the city, the Blushing Mermaid should be the first port of call, named for the life-sized wooden mermaid on display. This inn is known for its ill-reputed patrons, frequent balls, that's a bit fancier than brawls, an altogether unsavory reputation. Nevertheless, I feature it here owing to great interest from my readership. I can only advise that you exercise extreme vigilance should you choose this establishment. Elfsong Tavern. Most of this passage is illegible due to water damage. Apart from the words and phrases nearest to the inner margins, dimly lit, Proprietor Allen, disembodied elvish singing voice. So out of the three, honestly, the Blade and Star sounds the best, even though it's only moderately clean and passably clean patrons. Although I guess I can't really complain about being passably. I can't really complain about being passively clean, considering the fact that we're covered in dirt right now. I'm back into my old habits of just picking everything up, clearly, because that's all I'm doing. Okay, so I don't need to pick up more books that I've probably already read. I don't understand why I could go down that ladder just fine, but earlier I couldn't go down the other ladder. And by that, I'm talking about, like, when... Is anyone in here? I don't think so, because it would be red. But, what I was talking about with the ladder is earlier when I was trying to go down the ladder and they wouldn't stop coming up, so I couldn't go down. But that one, I was able to just go down anyways, even though she was coming up. The Devil You Know, an autobiography. Have you ever had a god change your blood? It is a horrifying thing even for those who may desire it, yet few tieflings wish for Asmodeus to claim their bodies only to be given no choice in the matter. It is not as if we were well loved before the archdevil's gambit. Our people have always struggled against the notion of devilkin, as if a single drop of infernal ichor inescapably corrupts. How amusing when so many others willingly sell their souls to fiends, yet their culture as a whole escapes the blame. By what method can we redeem ourselves when the crime is not ours? I would drive a blade into every warlock that aided Asmodeus's damned ritual, but personal vengeance cannot undo the will of a god, much less one as slippery as the Lord of Lies. When every passerby thinks you a thief and heretic, it is deeply tempting to become one. The only thing that has stopped me is knowing Asmodeus wants nothing more than for all of us to fall from grace. Oh, was on him. Fudge.
Simple.
Battle-worn blade. Ooh, 0. That's not good. Potion of glorious vaulting. Drink this to triple your jump distance. Like, that'll help me much, because I barely can jump at all to begin with. Be really good on Lae'zel, though, because she'd be jumping mountains at that point. Might have been able to get her off of that one ledge I couldn't get her off of. Oh, what did it say? Front and center, a thespian's memoir. In fact, the greatest joy of my life hasn't been acting, but becoming. When you choose a character to play, you don't just wear a mask. You take a little of their soul for your own. Whoever you are in your heart of hearts changes, if only by the faintest mote. That's method acting, isn't it? So, A Traveler's Guide to Baldur's Gate. I probably already read something like that. Variety is the blood of the city itself. For better or worse, the devoted will find a place to worship, the dedicated will find work to be done, and let it be fully understood by any who wish to visit. The criminal enterprises in Baldur's Gate thrives as heartily as the rest. Invasion plans for Eltergard.
Eltergard. Further from Baldur's Gate than I'd hoped.
Goblin and gnoll markers on the map too. Looks like they're mostly everywhere.
That input. They're mostly everywhere. Like, you couldn't pinpoint it down at all. They're just all over the place. An aging map of Eltergard and its surroundings. The cities of Baldur's Gate and Elturel are both marked, but it's the wilderness in between that's covered in notes, symbols, and ciphers. The freshest marks, pictographs of goblins and gnolls shown gathering in the forests and hills nearby.
What's this?
Yeah, ticket. Taking everything, apparently. Alright, Traveler's Guide to the Sword Coast, volume... what? 4? 6? 4? I don't know. The Risen Road. The stained, well-thumbed pages filled with traveling advice that seems to be decades out of date. Those who seek to journey the coast from the interior regions lying to the east will typically seek out the Risen Road, running parallel to the river Chianthar. The Risen Road provides an overland route all the way from Elturel to Baldur's Gate and has proven tempting to travelers seeking an alternate to the river barges that sail the Chianthar. A portion of the road approximately halfway between Elturel and Baldur's Gate has in recent years developed into an enclave for Soluna worship, with a temple of not insignificant splendor lying near the road. Indeed, an entire village, Moonhaven, has developed alongside the temple and can provide food and shelter to weary travelers. Further east lies the Citadel of Moonrise Towers, where a toll is required for onward passage of goods and folk alike. Some are tempted to go off-road in order to avoid the toll. However, bandits and other dangers may cause them to pay a much steeper price. What, their life? Oop. On the origins of the Zhentarim. What did I pick up? Insensigrate. An excerpt from the ongoing Metatext Rebound by Iosifa Elgin, a scholar excommunicated from the Church of Denier for her heretical efforts to reconstruct the Metatext, her God's annal of lost and hidden knowledge. But perhaps greater still than their monopoly as the continent's largest private army, the true achievement of the modern Zhentarim is in the sanitized image they present to the world, viewed by most as an efficient, if unscrupulous, mercenary organization. Few would guess at the Black Network's dark origin as a cult dedicated to the dark god Bane. Once bent towards bringing all peoples to heel beneath his creed of tyranny and domination, many among their reign scoff when confronted with this fact, citing overblown conspiracies and reassuring me that the only gods to whom the Zhentarim give worship today are the twin deities Prophet and Power. This is not to say the organization has entirely shed its dark side. However, alongside the clenched fists of their military, another hand works from the shadows to ensure that the network prospers, even in peacetime. For just as vital as the movement of troops is, the movement of goods, legal or otherwise, and there is no border or market that is ever truly closed to one bearing the seal of the Black Network. So they used to worship the god of Bane? Bane god thing. Alright, so I should actually go. Well, I want to kind of check over here. See if any of that stuff is pick-upable, but it's not, because Damon is right there. I'm pretty sure I already read one. It's like all the good stuff I can't pick up. And then all the dead things. Is this loot okay to pick up now? No? Not that I wanted it, but fudge. I wonder if I can tattle on her, because I never came over here and, like, confronted her. Hello.
You took it upon yourself to undertake the Rite of Thorns. I ought to exile you from this place. Forever. Instead, I shall listen to the explanation that you owe me.
I owe you nothing. Goblins swarmed us like roaches while you stumbled after the past. You chose to abandon us. I chose to protect us.
Silence! The rite has been ended. I will allow you to stay, but consider yourself a novice anew. You have forgotten the ways of the druids, our place in the natural order. You shall learn it all once again, right here. Backslide, and nature's fury will crush you.
As you wish, Master Halsin.
Oh, so I can tattle on her. I kind of want to say the first one, but I want to make sure that he knows. Kaga was not acting on her own. She was under the influence of shadow druids.
She knows now what cavorting in the shadows brings her. She will not stray again. Besides, this is no time to lose a promising druid. You will soon see why. But enough of that for now. I owe you my thanks.
Oh man, I'm a
The
Starian.
grove stands. Nature prevails. I owe you my thanks. And an introduction. I am Halsin, first druid of the Emerald Grove. And I sense you have a problem you seek my help with.
Not him. Can I go? Can we like end this conversation and come back? Come back. Wait, how did you get here?
I was an unwilling guest of the goblins. But your efforts left them in disarray, and I was able to escape.
Makes sense. Yes, I have a mind flayer parasite inside my head. I want your help removing it. You know, I just noticed Astarion is like the most normal one
I
here
can feel it right now.
of the group.
Oak Father preserve you, child. But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute like the true souls do. How is this possible?
I escaped from an Elithid ship after being infected. Maybe the process has interrupted. Was interrupted.
Perhaps. But I wouldn't want to place all my faith in blind luck. Someone is using very powerful magic to modify these tadpoles. They're using them to exert control over the infected. I'm sorry to say, I can't undo that magic. I can't cure you. But that doesn't mean I can't help. At the Goblin camp, I hoped to find a way to remove the tadpoles. I failed, but I did find the next best thing. I found out where they come from. I will do what I can to help you. Let us speak tomorrow. You and I both have matters to see to first. As for what you've done for the Grove, speak to Wrath. He will see to your reward.
What happens next?
The journey to Moonrise Towers, and all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest, celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
All right.
Then banish me.
No time to rest.
When the coming army marches, there will be none to protect you.
She sounds evil still. Come back here.
Peace. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, you sound evil still.
With the leadership dead, no attack will be mounted on the Grove. I am in your debt, my friend.
Found this letter that shows Kaka was working with the Shadow Druids. You already said, oh well.
This goes some way to explaining her actions. But she has been punished already, and the Shadow Druids have no power over her now. Time to let the wound heal. And thank you for your diligence.
Why is it saying it? I hope this grove of yours is worth the bloodshed. I hope this grove of yours was worth the bloodshed. Like, what's the difference other than current and past tense? Alright. He'll tell me about Moonrise later. Ooh. I don't want to freaking pick up stuff that I'm not supposed to pick up, but... Hey, Astarion, you're in the way. I'll talk to the druid.
Things are starting to calm down, thanks to you. We can finally get some rest.
Yeah, you can be done chanting.
I know you stopped the goblins, but I can't stop looking over my shoulder. Makes it hard to sleep at night.
You think you saved us? You just prolonged the inevitable. Sooner or later, other outsiders will bring trouble to the Grove.
Halsin's back.
Well, at least the sun is nice. You should try it. Lay down and bask in its warmth.
Thought you were the one saying that Halsin was supposed to bring you a mate. Hey, bird. Bird.
The bird is singing as loudly as his lungs will allow, practicing fervently.
I think I chose an option that would make him do that.
We wasted so much time fighting each other. Sylvanas taught us a lesson by letting an outsider save us.
I hear the goblin leaders met their ends. Unfortunate for them, but very fortunate for the Grove.
I just want the dagger root. Can I steal the idol now? Yep, okay. Oh, fudge. Now I'm stuck.
Maybe if I just use my eyes.
A primer on mythical beasts. Or a premiere? Primer. Each chapter of this book describes the cultural origins of a different mythological beast. Chapter 5, Miniature Giant Space Hamster. Very little is known about this particular cryptid, though stories say they tend to choose well-muscled human males as their steeds when they deign to visit this plane. According to legends, this creature retains a wellspring of indescribable power known only to itself, though it provides its steed with perhaps mystical, perhaps mundane courage. Unsubstantiated rumors claim the creature has a taste for human eyes. Alright, well, take the bad eye. Scribbled note. Keep away from Tuffet, she's lazy enough as is. Which one's Tuffet? Wait, I want to see what Alfiora says. Because I haven't seen her. Maybe she'll be happy that I saved everyone. And she will forgive me for breaking her lute. or she'll just disappear. Okay. That's fine too. Probably best to not talk to her. She'd probably still curse me, honestly. I mean, like, I had to give other people freaking gifts just to get them to talk to me.
We're free of the goblins, but the grove is changed. Wounded. The days ahead won't be easy. I'm glad we have Halsin to guide us.
Not for long. He's coming with me.
I wasn't sure about you at first. Thought you might be trouble. I was very wrong.
Do-do-do. Cargo.
Peace. Enjoy.
You did this grove a great favor. And now leave the rest to us.
Peace is returning to the grove. We have you to thank for that.
Okay, so that's all stilling still. And these rats over in the corner are gone. There's nobody back here. I'm just looking for people to talk to. And I know I haven't talked to Wrath yet. Or however you say his name. I was saving him for last. Hey Nettie. I think I actually knocked her out and ran away, so she might not like me.
Blessed day. I was worried I'd never see Master Halsin again. You kept your word. Thank you.
I have Astarion with me, so I'm really tempted to choose that last one, because he would like me more for extorting people. Well, it's not really extortion, it's more like just not doing things for free. But, oh, I like the first one. You're just lucky that I didn't swig that poison. Kind of rubbing that in her face. Being like, you told me to kill myself. Do I care how much Astarion likes me? I kind of do. Because I think he's like the one that hates me the most. He's only medium. I've got Lae'zel here with me too. And she doesn't really care. Well, if I'm mean. Will cares if I'm mean. But this is also Nettie. If I recall right, I knocked her out and ran away. That or I'm just remembering someone else's playthrough. You know what? 3 is my favorite number.
If you're looking for coin, you're out of luck. I'm a healer, not a moneylender. But here, to mend any hurts.
You see, I was just asking for something.
What else do we need?
Sylvanas be with you, my friend.
Yeah, see, I wasn't asking for money in particular. I was just asking for a thing. And this bird seems to be better.
Wing's still a little stiff. But I'm getting stronger.
That's good. Exhausted and now you've fallen to the floor. You should have known that you were being worn out and you needed to frickin' lay down. Preferably not on the floor where I could step on you. Alright, Wrath. I want to see what's in that pouch, actually. What was in the pouch? Which pouch? Where's my frickin'... There. I found it. That's my crap. I have so many pouches. Really? A mugwort and an apple. I guess I really should not complain. Because, I mean, like, she did say she didn't have anything to give. And, I mean, like, Astorian didn't even approve. It was partially the reason why I did it. This is why you shouldn't be mean. Things don't ever work out. Oh yeah, what happened to that one ring? Where it's like, disguise yourself. There you go. Not that I'm ever going to disguise myself, but I have it on.
Another stranger come to vex me. What will you do? Hunt me? Grab my tail? Shout until my head hurts?
Clearly no one's told you that I saved the grove. Who's been pestering you? I'll teach them a lesson.
Silence. Your help is not required. Not by me, at least.
Oh. No, don't. Oh, I thought I was about to steal something. Because I was trying to talk to him again.
Leave. You are not wanted here.
I just wanted to be friends. You're giant and you're a wolf.
You done it. You brought Halsin back. Thank you. No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanas bless you for all your days. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task.
It was a hell full of blood and ash. I almost died.
To be expected. I'm glad you survived intact.
Does this make my reward bigger?
Reward, didn't I? Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this room. You'll need it.
So now I have
Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
Okay, so it's here. I thought I was having to go somewhere else. So there's a... Where am I going? Vault entrance. So it's back here. A wicker chest. And I'm allowed to open the wicker chest. I don't know if I trust this. I don't know if I trust any of this. Really? I'm allowed to have all of this back here? Why does Halsin have a pipe? Oh, was this like part of... I was trying to figure out... Like, thinking it was a puzzle. French philosophy, whatever, number... The publisher's note claims this volume promotes magical theory too radical for the mainstream. This excerpt is attributed to High Artificer Thorabrin of Baldur's Gate. I suppose they seek to silence me, believing that an artificer of the High House would not stoop. I've read this. I've read this. And I just read that too. I wish there was a way to know what you've already read before. Disorders of the nerves and mind, I would assume. There came to me a woman, whom I shall henceforth... I read that too. Ooh, magic missile. Magic of the weave, an introduction. Few try to understand the weave, a true pity, for only they who are truly attuned to the weave can rightly call themselves spellcasters. Thus comes the question, what is the weave? It is an essential element of the universe. It runs through everything in unseen threads. It is what makes magic possible. It is also, though I will not go into further detail, the goddess Mystra herself. See Magic of the Weave, Mystra and the Spell Plague. The weave isn't magic precisely, rather it is the raw material from which magic is woven, not entirely unlike how a collection of threads is shaped from and formed into a garment. Those with the necessary talent and skill can manipulate the weave and perform magic by casting spells. Developing this skill takes years of learning and constant practice. You might have heard of those who can cast spells because they are born with an innate connection to the weave, commonly called sorcerers, or worse, because they struck a bargain with an otherworldly creature, also known as warlocks. Do not be deceived. Their magic is unpredictable, uncontrolled, and in some cases not even rightfully theirs. No, to truly know and manipulate the weave is an art, but those wizards who master it will know the limitless power and beauty the weave provides. They just jello. French philosophy is another number. I just picked that book up because I already read it. And I just read that book. And it seems like they like to have a library full of books that they already have. Missives of Candlekeep. I feel like I've read that too. I've read that. Read that. Read that. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Seriously?
Consider it.
Probably just need to put the wolf thing down and then the cloud would go away maybe. Oral Histories of Faerun. Gith, a... Okay. This book comprises several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions of the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. Chapter 4, Baldur the Swift, 700 years of age, wood elf storyteller, hailing from the Wood of Sharp Teeth. Interesting. It took me several 10 days of quiet habitation in the wood before the venerable Baldur felt comfortable revealing his presence to me. The longer I stayed, demonstrating I was no threat to his health and peace, the more open he was to gentle inquiry. This tale relayed to me on a chilly morning as we stoked a small fire between us was like none I had heard before or since. I asked if it were fiction, and he insisted emphatically it was as true as his own right eye. Me thinking of eye jokes because of my bad eye. Long ago, before my eyes and ears, before your lonesome quill, dear scribe, there was an empire of people, or perhaps only belief, an empire of brain-eaters, soul-wasters. They called themselves Illithids, the flayers of minds. The children of Gith were bent in service to the flayers, a passionate people made to serve a cold belief. The flayers were untouchable, their minds a great oppressor. No proud will or passion could break Gith's children free, until at last a reckoning, its source unknown, its power unproven, but its events history-making. The cowed would not be cracked. Gith's children fought back valiantly. Their freedom theirs, the flayers bent and broken till today. Just read that one. Get the mugwort. A personal account. In Ketheric, I see our failures made manifest. He did not fall, he was pushed. His grief was twisted by shadow, and still we did not act until his light was all but snuffed. Alright, so we put this on here. The rune of the frickin' wolf thing. Oh my god, this is so full. Yes. There we go.